Really close. You know, I want to be back out there competing really bad. Was tough. I always try to take a lot of pride in being out there on the mound and being there for the boys. And so this is a bit frustrating, especially because it took a little longer to bounce back from than we thought initially. But no point crying over spilled milk. So here we are, and thank goodness the boys have been playing really good baseball, and so that makes it a little bit easier. And I think the plan now is one more rehab start and then go.
Is the pain or whatever discomfort completely gone now?
Yeah, 99%. I think we're doing a lot of stuff to specifically strengthen that muscle. So when we focus on that by itself, you hardly feel anything at all, and throwing feels absolutely wonderful. So, all positive signs, and talking to the team docs and athletic trainers and consulting with a bunch of people. Everybody's, the MRI, we had a follow-up MRI. I don't know if you knew that, but everything looked really, really good, and I think everybody's comfortable with going ahead and stepping on the gas and moving forward.
When is that rehab assignment, and how much are you looking forward to playing in the big leagues?
It's Friday, and a lot. It's tough, man. I love this game. I love pitching. I love competing, and I love being part of this team. And obviously, I said this last time, but not the way I envisioned or wanted my Mets career to start off. I've just been doing everything I can to get back out there and hopefully be able to hit the ground running. I don't know the exact plan for that moving forward yet. It wasn't just 43. I mean, I did my whole pregame routine and did everything. I threw my simulated in between, 8 pitches. The only thing, I just kind of like slowly built up velocity. It wasn't full tilt right away. Everybody kind of wanted to just check boxes along the way and not do too much too early, but was able to build up to a velocity I think everybody's comfortable with me now. The next step being like, all right, go ahead and pitch.
So you're happy with your velo and stuff right now?
Yeah. Been having some time to work on some mechanical stuff. I mean, we talked a lot in spring training, and just wasn't quite right. And so, always trying to search for silver lining and stay positive. Have had some time to really dial in some mechanical stuff that I wanted to work on. The physical hurdle was just getting this thing to heal. Even though it was a minor strain, it's in an area that you just can't mess around with. It has to be completely healed before you step on the gas. If it's a hamstring or something different, and those things you can kind of pitch through, and it's not too concerning. This is something that if you jump the gun, you can set yourself back 3 months. And so it's just not worth it. So that was the hard part, is you start feeling really good towards the end, but it's like, all right, just wait a little bit longer, and then you can go. And was able to keep throwing the whole time too. So that's helped on the back end, probably saved me a couple weeks of build-up time.
Has it been any more frustrating for you, just the state of the Mets rotation and the injuries and Scherzer's suspension? I mean, does that put any more urgency for you to come back, you think?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is frustrating. I mean, you see guys, going out and stretching themselves just a little bit, and that's, it is frustrating. It's hard for me to not be a part of and not want to help in some way, shape, or form. But everybody behind the scenes is saying, just wait. Your time will be here. It's still early. Let's not overdo it now. Just the never say die attitude. They're fighting back in games that they're behind. They're, when they have guys by the throat, for the most part, they're doing a great job keeping them down and, just finding different ways to win baseball games. That's really it, whether it's the long ball or short game or pitching or defense, in all facets. I mean, there's no fluke. This team didn't win 100-plus games last year. You can't be one-sided. They have a lot of ways to win baseball games, and I think if you watch them night in and night out, you see a bunch of different ways that shows up.